on WAPN. On WAPN.
Good Friday morning, TGIF. Thank God I'm Friday. Thank God it's Friday. Thank God I'm Friday. Well, I'm kind of feeling like that today. The last Friday of August. August has been a month, I want to tell you. But God. There's so many good things. You know, it's ice cold in here. Thankful for everybody that participated in the new AC and wall unit. AC and putting a new wall up. I know that didn't come out right. I know. My tongue's twisted today. And also, thank you for the tower lights. That's been paid for, so I appreciate that. God is just so good. He is so darn good to WAPN. And I was walking around the station this morning and thinking about the countdown to 41. We are on a countdown to 41. And just all the things that God has done this year. He is faithful. He is good. He is awesome. He is amazing. He is wonderful. He's a hallelujah. He's a grace. I was just thinking about it all. And I was just so thankful for the people that God has brought into the station this year, the upcoming year, who he's going to bring in, you know. And I was thinking, if I had a wish list, you know, we're always like making Amazon lists or wish lists. And remember when we were little, well, at least, okay, I'm showing my age and that's okay. The wish book would come at the holiday season time. So about this time a year, Sears and stuff, they would send out these big wish books. And we each would get a marker and we would circle the item and believing that we were getting that item. And I just thought, well, what a great analogy. You know, I believed for WAPN about the AC unit, and y'all showed up and showed out. God used you guys, and I appreciate each and every one of you. He showed up and showed out for the lights. And as I went through this month, and I did get through it, I got stretched a little and pulled through by my ponytail, but made it through. And several people had said to me that I need to start doing a fundraiser for WAPN so that when something happens, because stuff is going to happen, let's get real, that I don't have to stress over it. Now, if you know me. That's just the faith part of me. That's just the part that I just trust God and know that he's got it. But y'all are right. Y'all are right. I need to do it where I always have a little cush there in case something happens. You know, there is some things I would like to do for WAPN. I want to work on, you know, the website. I want to work on to make sure our streaming is, you know, where it's supposed to be, to make sure the app is updated, you know, just different things like that. And it all comes down to money. Even like new headphones. I was just in here and I was like, oh, I need to buy new headphones. You know, I need to order for headphones. That doesn't sound like a big deal, but I'm ordering 5 or I'm ordering 7 or I'm ordering 10, depending on how many I'm going to get for the studios. Because to have the right amount, I need 10. So 10 times that, or whatever I need to do. It's always times whatever. And so I appreciate wise counsel. I appreciate people that are bold and come and, you know, tell me about their thoughts or their opinions or their ideas. And so thank you, everybody that's called me, texted me, showed up, whatever you've done. I appreciate you. And we are, like I said, on countdown to 41. So I'm figuring it all out. I feel like I'm always figuring it all out, but that's okay. I like to figure out things. I like to learn. I like to every day be doing something. But countdown to 41. And so I would love to have 100 partners, 100 monthly partners that agreed to $41 a month. Now, the easiest way to agree to it and the easiest way to do it is to go to our website, WAPN.net, and click on Give Now and sign up to do $41 a month. You know, Tim and I are a monthly partner, and it's just so much easier. The month just goes. Like this month, I cannot believe it's the last Friday of the month, and I look at all the things I still need to do, and I'm thinking, okay, there will be no sleep for the next 3 days. Let's get her done. And it just kind of makes me giggle about, you know, the stuff that we got to do or stuff that we have to take care of, you know, because yes, I am a ministry. I am a 501c3. Have been the whole entire time, but I'm also a business. You know, I still have to take care of all the stuff. You know, you still have to make sure the plumbing works. You still have to make sure there's toilet paper and paper towels, and you still have to, you know, do this, and you have to make sure there's a sign, and you have to make sure there's this, and so it is just, you know, a well-oiled machine. WAPN is amazing and awesome and wonderful. But, you know, it would be great to have monthly partners that I just knew that every month so-and-so would be giving 41, or that ministry that's on the air commits to making us one of their missions. You know, I'm a big believer in mission field. And so that would be a great idea. So I was thinking, I have this picture of the tower already. Now the lights were taken care of, and I'm so thankful. But I was thinking maybe I will change that, even though it's a tower, go ahead and put monthly partners on there, and have, like I said, 100 monthly partners at $41 a month. And so that is something I was thinking about. It's just kind of going through my mind right now. So let's do countdown to 41. A lot of you know the story of WAPN. And some of you don't. So we went on the air. We were actually living in San Diego, California. Had a whole different life there. I grew up in rock and roll radio stations. My mother had got cancer. We moved to California. She got treatment. We owned a company that did t-shirt company that did custom clothing, like Tupperware parties, but t-shirt parties. And my dad was driving truck and bus and whatever it took, to keep everything going. But he always loved radio. It was in his blood. Once you've been in rock and roll radio stations, you just love radio. And so he talked to somebody that had radio stations and said, how do you get a radio station? And everybody just thinks you get a radio station. There isn't that many radio stations available. So 91.5, and we thought it was Holly Hill, Florida was coming available. And so didn't even know where that was. We're in San Diego, California. My grandfather had died and left my dad farmland, soybean land. And my dad was going to use that money to start a radio station in Holy Hill. And so, you don't just start a radio station. There's a lot of applying, and there's a lot, you got to find a tower space, and you got to, figure it all out. And what are you going to do? And how's it going to sustain itself for the first year? But you have a vision, and my dad was a visionary. And so he had a vision. And of course, other people also applied for 91.5 FM. So then you have to, either buy them out, or you have to say why you should get it, or it's a big process. It's not just wiggle your nose and it's done. And this takes years and years and years. It was like 7 years. 7 years, it's a number of completion. So I love that number. And we were granted 91.5 FM. And so now you got to move. You got to figure it out. You got to get equipment. You got to do all those things. Well, there was no space available inside this building. This building was only a one-story building, and it was occupied by beeper people and some other people at the time. And so we could not come in the building. So our transmitter was actually outside in a covering fenced area. And yeah, it had like a wood box around it. It was bigger than me, old school. Outside. And then we were outside of the outside. So we were outside of even that fence in an 8x8 yellow shack. And I actually have a picture of that. No bathroom, no AC. When the train went behind us, we had to go off the air. So humble beginnings. And over the 41 years, we were able to move inside because we were helping them take care of the renters. We were able to build the upstairs. We have been able to move along with technology. And so as technology has changed, like back in the day, I think we went 3 miles. And now we have a 25 to 30 mile radius. Now, the thing about a radius is there's fringe areas, and people always have a hard time understanding fringe areas. But what fringe areas mean is if there's another 91.5, let's say in Brevard, and we're shooting our signal towards that way, there's going to be areas because of atmosphere, because of buildings, because of whatever-ish, that maybe that 91.5 comes in louder than our 91.5. Those are the fringe areas. So we have about a 25, 30 mile radius right here. And then, of course, because of technology nowadays, we are around the world. We stream everything on our website, WAPN.net. We have an Apple app. We do Facebook Live. We Twitter. We do YouTube. We Instagram. And so those are the things. Plus, we have a second radio station, which is WAPB 91.7 FM in Madison County. And that one is solely for the highways, the byways, the prisons, and the work camps up in that area. That's our mission field. And so that is what we have up there. We are housed in Green Publishing. Shout out to Green Publishing and how faithful and good they have been to us all these years. We went on the air 6 weeks after my father died. In that building, the FCC had granted us so we can simulcast, which is amazing. So everything that is on here at this hub in Holly Hill, Florida, also plays on all that technology. So that is how we are around the world on technology. People say, well, what does that make a difference to us? Well, everybody needs a mission field. And so we have a mission field built in. There's people that come here for, the off season. There's people that travel here for business. So they get to find out about our local businesses and our churches and our nonprofits. And so it's just an amazing thing how it all works. Now, over the last 40 years, the vision has stayed for the one. We believe in salvation and we believe in prayer. That has always been the backbone of WAPN and will always be the backbone of WAPN. And so you have a voice here on WAPN. And no matter if you're a layman, maybe if you have a church, a ministry, whatever, and you believe in God, we want you to have an opportunity to be part of the WAPN family. You can buy as little as $35 a week. And when I say buy, you're underwriting that airtime. So you're underwriting that Pacific time so that each week you come on at the same time. And so that is as little as 15 minutes for $35. And then, of course, we have spot packages. So when you hear your little spots over the air, like we have a new sponsor now, Coast to Coast. I always mess up. Coast to Coast Security. They are one of our new sponsors. A1A Shipping became a sponsor a few weeks ago. So that's something that you can always do as a business. You can sponsor airtime. You can have a little advertisement over the air. You can underwrite a program, different things like that. But we could all talk about that by emailing me, WAPN@WAPN.net. Maybe you want to get your church service on the air. We have ways to do that. You can come in live here in the facilities. You can send it in to us. All kinds of different ways. Now, the best part is to come in live. And the reason why that is because when you're live, you're also on Facebook Live and you're also on YouTube. So it's 2 more resources for you to get the word out there. So these are just different things that we offer here at WAPN. If you'd like to know what's available, you can go over to WAPN.net, click on Program Guide, and you're going to see what's available. And that's just a great way to get you on the air. This year we started the rock show, the Christian rock show. So that's been an amazing, wonderful show here on WAPN. Started out with 1 hour a week, and now we're 7 days a week. But God. So looking to be part of the WAPN family. We have a place for you, and I would love to talk to you about how you can be on the radio. So I want to use these next countdown to 41 just to talk about our different ministries of WAPN. Maybe if you're a ministry on WAPN and you want to come be a guest with me one morning, and we'll figure that out. That would be fun to have live guests every morning. Yeah, I'm up to it. Are you up to it? So let's talk about that. Maybe you say, hey, I'd like to come in and help you raise some funds for WAPN. That would be awesome. So I think I want to use my airtime. This 6 o'clock time. We could go longer if I need to go longer. Let's raise some funds for WAPN, put a little cushion there for WAPN. Let's do our challenge of $41 a month. I'd like to have 100 people do $41 a month. That would just be amazing, wonderful, awesome for WAPN. And I know that that's an easy peasy thing to do. I'm a numbers kind of girl, so I like challenges and I like numbers. So if you are on WAPN, you're a listener to WAPN, I don't know, you want to be part of WAPN somehow. Let's get my calendar together. Let's figure out how I can bring different people in every day, people that want to help me fundraise for WAPN, people that want to share a 5-minute talk about WAPN and what it means to them and why they're on WAPN or why they listen to WAPN or how long they've been part of the WAPN family. So count down to 41. Let's do it. I'm super excited to see what God is going to do with countdown to 41. So send me your ideas, WAPN@WAPN.net, and let's just make it happen for WAPN. Let's get our favor on, because I'm a favor kind of girl. Continue expecting God's favor in the midst of your challenges. Well, I've had the challenges this month, and I saw God in every single part of it. So we're going to do the countdown now and get encouraged and excited about this new upcoming year. Again, thank you for all of our sponsors. Thank you for all of our ministries. Thank you for all of our businesses. Thank you for all of our underwriters. We appreciate each and every one of you. Shout out to you listeners. Couldn't do it without y'all. Thank you so much. And let's do countdown together. It is Friday, August 28th, 2026. The weather 89 today with the low of 74. Afternoon showers again. We need the showers to not be any more in the afternoon. It is way too much on my migraines, okay? These last couple days have been rough. Madison, 85 with a low of 75. If it's your birthday today, happy birthday, Larry and Susan and Shane and everybody else celebrating a birthday today, or maybe you're celebrating a birthday this upcoming week, Joshua, and anybody else is celebrating a birthday. Also, National Thoughtful Day. Now, I think you should just be kind every day. I do. I think that you should go try to be kind to somebody every day and be a thoughtful person. I think it's funny that we have to have a day to be thoughtful, but what are y'all going to do today to be thoughtful? Loved it that Clay called me yesterday, that he liked my thing about you must go through the rain to get to the rainbow. I didn't verbiage it exactly right, but haven't we been going through some storms? But God's promise is there for us. I just love that. Dolly Parton, shout out to you, because that was just a wonderful saying. Coke 0400 is tomorrow night under the big lights. My brother is coming to town, so I get to spend some time with my brother. You know, I'm doing the Lord, I trust you. And today it's Lord, I trust you with my health. And there's nothing wrong. So y'all don't just be texting me and calling me and saying what's wrong. No, but every day we should praise the Lord for our good health. So I am thankful for strong legs, a good attitude, eyes that I can see, and ears that I can listen. We all have a wonderful, great countdown to 41. Send me your ideas, WAPN at WAPN.net. Let's get together and make this month a month of sharing and caring about the 41 years of WAPN. Y'all have a wonderful, great day. I am praying.